Well, good morning, guys. I'm sorry for the delay, but I had some technical issues here. Welcome back to another trading stream here, another trading session as well. I hope you're doing well, and I hope your week went well as well. So crazy week, right? Yeah, I just missed. I just missed all that downside move. Real life got it in its way, and I could not take any advantage of this down move. But honestly, I'm happy because when you were, if you were with me on Tuesday, I told you guys that we were eventually facing a market maker buy model between Monday and Wednesday, and on Tuesday I was expecting something like these highs here, and price came exactly to where I pointed. You can see it on last Tuesday's stream. But then, well, Trump announced the tariffs, and bam, all this happened, right? So and for now, we had NFP at 8:30. As you can see, we are in quite in a volatile environment. So NFP seems like a normal candle here, and it usually isn't. This is a, let me just check here. This is a 0.6% candle, and as you can see, all these candles are huge. These are 12 handle candles. The ones that we are working now are about 13 handles. So this is quite a volatile environment. So be careful. Be careful with the size that you are working with. I will be extra careful as well, and eventually try to do something here. What do I expect for today? Well, it's kind of a difficult read. I know that we are all bearish right now. Everybody is bearish, but the way we are getting to the downside is quite a clean, way too clean way to the downside here. We left Asia highs intact here, London highs intact. We formed relative equal highs as well here, and we are inside of a discount right now because we are below midnight open and 8:30 open. I will just note here the 9:30 open. Just let me see this here. Let me zoom in a little bit more. So 9:30 open was almost the same as 8:30. So 9:30 open, we'll just put it here. It's right at the bottom of this bearish fair value gap here. So for now, we are price retraced back to a bearish fair value gap, a hourly bearish fair value gap. It didn't reach half of it, and it is now rejecting event horizon because we are in between two walks. We have a big one here on the upside, and we have a smaller one here to the downside. On the I just marked a sell side, but it isn't here. Strange. Just let me grab it here once again. Yeah. So this sell side here, which is from the 19th of April 2024 wick this is the, I call it a sell side liquidity week or weekly sell side liquidity point. Why is it not appearing here? Can't understand why. Just let me do it once again. Well, never mind. I don't know why it is not letting me stretch this. Can't really understand why. The line is at 52.14, so 52.14. 52.14 is somewhere here where we just purged the sell side liquidity, a weekly level. So right now we are continuing to the downside, rejecting 930, 830 open, event horizon, and honestly respecting some of these PD arrays, these bearish PD arrays. So let me just check here the first presented for value gap as well. This is the first presented for value gap here. It is a bearish one. The first presented for value gap here. So here we have another bearish for value gap. As you can see, it is being respected as well. Just let me do another thing here. Just let me check where we are at this retracement point here. So we are hitting 62%. I will see if we start to invert these bearish PD arrays. If we start to invert this bearish PD arrays, and if we somehow gather some kind of support here around 930 open and 830 open and even event horizon, and if we displace to the upside, then we can consider these relative equal highs as our drawn liquidity. But right now taking a short here is kind of wild, because we are already 3% down. We are already 3% down, so price just made a major move right before the open, and honestly, these aren't the best conditions when price just does this right before the open. It's kind of hard to anticipate what price wants to do next. It's kind of a 50-50 chance here. We might as well consolidate since we are on a Friday. So with these type of environments, with this type of volatility, I want to be extra careful and don't want to do anything that isn't obvious for me. Let me just, yeah, what I really would like to see is these PD arrays being inverted. This one first, and then some kind of a displacement to the upside, reaching eventually for Asia highs or eventually for London high. Since we are now at a discount here. Unfortunately, we don't have any kind of bullish PD array to support on the higher time frames. support this idea. I was trying to see what would eventually support this idea, but we don't have it. We just have an order block, which is not enough. But yeah, let me just check here in Q how is it doing on the hourly chart. Yeah, it's still marching to the downside here. But let's see if we have some type of reaction around 62 or eventually 70%, which are OTE levels. If not, then we might go to the downside and keep digging down to the downside. So we have another bearish fair value gap here. Let's see if we start to, I will mark this as a inverted one because I want to see this inverted. Let's see if we start to invert these PD arrays here, these bearish ones. So as you can see, we stopped right at the 62% on OTE level, which can be a signal of continuation to the upside here. I'll just take it off here. So we are reaching this fair value gap as well. We took out these these lows here. So let me check if, yeah, nice reaction here as well. Yeah, the size of the stop is quite enormous here. I can't do much. Let's see how this reacts here. Price just stopped at the event horizon and hit 30 open. And Q is also pushing to the upside here. We'll try this one here. Here we have a bullish PD array. a bullish fair value gap here in the middle of these two. So I would like to see this holding. Yeah, so far we had a deep retracement into this bullish fair value gap. Could eventually made a better entry here, but since NQ was pushing to the upside, I believe that ES would eventually do the same. See if we can hold. I would like to see this one be inverted as well. But right now we are still working this fair value gap here. So far, this bullish PD array, this bullish fair value gap is working as our defense line. I would like to see price play above it and not below it. Otherwise, my stop would be in danger. So we have another push to the upside here. 8:30, 9:30, and the first presented fair value gap should act as resistance here. Remember that we are also facing the event horizon here, which can also be another element of resistance here. Price not willing to close above 8:30 and event horizon, but would like to see it close above it, not going back into the range like it is doing. Yeah, not liking how price is digging deeper and deeper here. Yeah, at this point I will probably get stopped out here. Not liking how price is demanding lower prices here. Honestly, I would have liked to see a close above 830 open, but price didn't have the strength to do that. Let's see if we can have another push to the upside here, or if price maintains its way to the downside. Yeah, price is quite volatile today. Seems like it will take another chance to another try to hit 830 and to close above it. Let's see if it can. Kind of weird that price stopped here. I don't know if it's my internet connection or if it's top step. Yeah, it seems like it's top step. Can't even see what price is doing right now. Yeah, it seems like we are here at the first presented fair value gap. I told you some minutes ago that first presented fair value gap would act as a resistance. But I would like to see it pass through it. Yeah, price just stopped at the first presented fair value gap, but it's respecting it quite good. It is respected 8:30 open and 9:30 open as well. This is not the type of action that I would like to see here. Yeah. Not liking at all what price is doing here. We just came back to this range. Price not stopping here, and eventually I will get stopped out here because price is really approaching my stop loss with some strength here. Would like to see some type of reaction, a bullish reaction here. If it doesn't happen, I might get stopped out here. Let's see if we can get a bullish reaction back eventually to break even or 8:30 open. This is what I really would like to see. And I really would like to see some type of a effective close above 8:30. Yeah, it seems like it's not happening. Yeah, price not offering much work with, honestly. Let's see if we can get another push to the upside here. I'm just waiting for it. Price not working with me today. Honestly, I'm not liking how this is behaving, and I might have to cut this off. We are disrespecting bullish PD arrays. Price not willing to go to the upside as I was expected. Faced a major resistance here at the first presented fair value gap. With these conditions, I should have protected myself when price was here. Right now, I will probably be facing the first loss of the day. There we go. Well, at this point, I will try to reassess what I was expecting from the market. The platform is kind of laggy today as well. I'm not able to see NQ price in real time. But yeah, at this point, price just rejected these bullish PD arrays. All these inverted fair value gaps were disrespected. The bullish PD array was also disrespected. And honestly, at this point, I will probably expect a lower run to the downside. With a continuation, probably trying to reach this N walk here. Let me just check here. If we could make here, if price could retrace to this for value gap, it might be a good chance. Let's see. We'd like to see some kind of a retrace to the upside here. Yeah, but the first expectations from what the market was willing to do for me, they didn't work. Honestly, I was expecting these relative equal highs here, but we kind of rejected the first presented for value gap, the opens, and now we are heading down. So I was wrong with what I was expecting from the market. Let's see if price wants to give us any chance to get in. Yeah, so far no retrace. Price is just printing some green dojis. Really would like to see a retrace, probably here. Get an entry. But honestly, I don't think we will get that retrace since price is showing its hand and it's kind of heavy here. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this continuation to the downside here. Not the best risk to reward here, but it is acceptable. So let's see if we can get another bearish fair value gap here. Yeah, it was kind of a shame this position here. I think my biggest mistake was when price was respected the first presented for value gap. I should have protected myself because I was anticipating it as a resistance here, and honestly, I didn't do that, and well, I got the consequences from it, from not doing it. So it happens. So no for value gap here. I mean, there is a smaller one here. Just a tiny one here. As you can see. And the fact that I'm not able to see what prices do on NQ in real time, it's kind of boring, because I really would like to see what it is doing in real time. But top step X is not in its best shape today, honestly. Let's see if we can dig deeper here, forming some type of an order block here with these green candles. This is what I would like to see, digging deeper. That way we would have a order block, a bearish one here. The price is digging higher once again here. I really didn't like how we inverted this small fair value gap here. I would like to see it disrespected. Price just pushing higher, retracing higher here. but I'm expecting it to fail. Honestly, at this point, we still have sell side liquidity here. We still have this NWOG here. So we rejected event horizon as well. So I'm expecting probably this NWOG to be tested here. So I'm expecting these runs to the upside getting just being just a retrace, just a retrace, not inverting this fair value gap. Otherwise, my stop would be in danger here once again. Yeah, once again, I'm not seeing what NQ is doing. I can't see the chart isn't loading here on top step X. I don't know where price is on NQ. I mean, I know where price. No, I don't know because it stopped. So can't really see what NQ is doing here. But so far, we had a nice reaction here from this fair value gap. We touched the lower bottom of it, and immediately came down. So now I would like to see continuation, not once again touching it. Otherwise, we could eventually reach the top bottom of it, the top half of it, and I wouldn't like to see that happening. So nice reaction here from price once again. So now I would like to see this mini bearish fair value gap being accepted once again as a bearish one. Well, since I had a loss already, I will not pyramid. Otherwise, I would like to, and I should have the conditions to do that, because price will probably dig a little bit deeper, come once again back, and when price comes back once again, this should be the ideal place to pyramid my entry. But let's see. Let's see if we have the opportunity to add one more micro. The price retraces once again. Well, so far price is going where we want it to go. Unfortunately, the first position was a loss here. I should have managed it a bit better, honestly. I should have protected myself as soon as we touched the first presented for value gap, because I knew that we were facing some kind of a resistance here, a big one, and I didn't protect myself. So Yeah, just a push to the upside here, and it would be nice to add another micro. I don't know if we will get it, honestly. We'll just readjust my stop here. Well, expecting now a run to the downside eventually to this wick here. We can eventually expect 50% of it as well. But I think that our ultimate target here should be the end walk, since we kind of bounced on the event horizon. Just let me check one thing here. So this should be 25 handles away, so minus 0.5%. But let's see if we can mitigate our losses and eventually make some profits as well. So another low here, but I would like to see closure, not it wicking, just wicking. Well, at this point, I think I will put my position to break even. I don't think it makes sense that price wants to come once again here. So I'm expecting this bearish for value gap to hold now. Let's see, otherwise I might get stopped out once again. Yeah, so far respecting this bearish for value gap here. So we should now see a continuation to the downside. Well, if we take too long here, I might take some profits here, take some partials, because I would not like to see price starting to retrace here. Otherwise, I will get stopped out. I would like to see a continuation to the downside. Here we are making another low. We'll just point this sell side here. So we touched this sell side point here. Immediately retraced. Should have taken profits here. Yeah. Let's see if we can go a little bit deeper. I like how we reacted as soon as we touched this fair value gap once again. My camera just shut down itself once again. Yeah, at this point I will take a profit here, a partial probably. Just let me see if price wants to go a little bit lower. Okay. Now we'll just leave this runner until it wants to stop. So we mitigated the loss already, and I have a open P&L of $100. Let's see if we can get a little bit more. Prices, it's kind of low. It's kind of slow here. I really would like it to dig lower. Let's see if we can make it through the end wall, or eventually touch the end wall and come to the upside. So touching the end wall right now. What about you guys? Did you take any positions today? Or my first one was not the best one, as you can see. but was able to mitigate it. So analog touched. I would like to see if it wants to go lower or if we just start to retrace from here. So in Q, let me just check in Q. In Q, I think that in Q I can see it in real time, but I think that in Q still has some more room to go to the downside. So far, a big reaction here from the N walk. We just have this order block as our defense line, our runner, this bearish one. So if price wants to go lower, we might retrace to it here and then eventually come to the downside. Otherwise, if we disrespect this order block and start to run to the upside, I will probably get stopped out here, since my stop is kind of too low here on price. Let me just check in Q to see what it still has to do. Yeah, but seems like we touched the order block, but didn't react quite as I would like to. Now we are. There we go. And we are approaching -5% here on the day for ES. And I will probably have to cut this trade off as well. So trading will be halted as soon as we hit 5%, I think. So even if I would like to see this still running to the downside, I don't think I will be able to, because trading will be halted in about 0.5%. So as soon as price reaches 5,177, I might get probably my account probably will get halted. Yeah, I will probably just close it. Let's see if we can get another run to the downside here, just a little bit. So for those who are watching, and have you taken any positions today? Have you done anything today? Have you been trading these last couple of days? Because things are really crazy right now. Indices losing 4% in a day. It's quite of a heavy environment that we are in. So I think I will cut this probably. Just making it almost $150. Enough. Yeah, I'll close my position here. My account will probably close if we go below this level here. So well, we managed to come back from drawdown, managed to make some profits as well. Not the best ones, but yeah, it is what it is. Profits are profits. And what about you guys? Have you been trading anything these last couple of days since Trump announced those crazy changes? I don't know. I'm really I mean, I know history tells us a lot of things, and I mean, in the 1930s, the United States made something quite similar to what Trump is doing right now, and honestly, it drove the economy to a deep crisis. It was a Great Depression as well, but it it kind of um, it kind of gave the economy more. It gave the economy more things and more justifications to go lower. I mean, if you look for the 1930s, after the Great Depression, meanwhile the Great Depression, there were some moves like Trump is doing right now, and it's just worse. The economy, it just got worse. It just got worse. I mean, but if you look for it, try to look for it, and you will see what I'm talking about. So price indeed took a bit of time here on the end walk, but came down here. Honestly, I don't know if the account will be halted or not. I'm just waiting to see that. I think it's about when ES hits 5%. I mean, we are hitting 4.60, so could have held it a bit more, honestly, but I think I've done a good job. The only thing that I didn't like here was the fact that I knew that we were facing a big resistance here as soon as we touched the first presented fair value gap, and I didn't protect myself. That's the only thing that I regret from today's job. I think my drawn liquidity for a higher move was kind of valid, because we had relative equal highs here, London highs untouched, Asia highs untouched, but I guess that we are really facing a deep bear market on the indices, that the major drawn liquidity is kind of bearish, and we already hit some major liquidity points here. As you can see on ES, we just hit this this low from April 2024, but I guess the next one will be here. This is a flat candle here, which drags a lot of stops and a lot of liquidity, and I guess this will be the next stop, maybe for Monday, or maybe for the next week's work. So I think the week is done here. Yeah, the only thing that I regret was taking this loss, because I didn't protect myself here. That's the only thing that I regret from today's work. This interview was not the best as well, but I've waited for a touch on these double fair value gaps. Was the majority here because I was in a rush to take out my drawdown, and left just a micro. But as soon as I realized that we will probably get our accounts locked in, I just close the trade, and that's it. So not a perfect job, but sometimes it is what it is. We can't demand perfection when we are trading, so we should accept what we work with. Yeah, nice run to the downside here. And we are hitting 5%. Let me see just what happens. I think that's at 5%. I'm not quite sure. If it ain't at 5%, I will be mad with me because I just got off this runner. Yeah, but we just suppressed the 5% and nothing until now. Damn, I could have held it a bit more here. 40 handles more. Let me just check here. Do you guys know when trading is halted by a top step? Do you guys know at which point trading is stopped? When price is moving so fast and so in such deep percentages. Top step, halted, rules. If you guys know, just let me know, because I'm not sure about it. Halting. I'm just trying to find it, but these type of rules are not, usually they are not explicit, and they are kind of hard to find. But I had the idea that as soon as we hit 5%, trading will be halted. But I'm not sure about it, honestly. Just let me see if I can find it. Do you guys know when trading will be halted? Is it as soon as we hit 5%, or is it lower, like 6%, or I don't know. I'm just trying to find it here on rules. But I can't find it, honestly. Well, it's not a usual market behavior, so that's why I don't have in mind what if it's 5% or 6%. I'm not sure about it. Yeah, and I can't find it either. Well, at this point, I have no intention to trade anymore, since we are approaching 11. But I would like to see I'm just asking ChatGPT if you can find it for me. Also, ChatGPT is telling me that it's 7%. Yeah, and it's only halted for 15 minutes. I thought that it would be halted for the rest of the day, honestly. Okay. Okay. I really thought that we get halted for the rest of the day, but honestly, it doesn't work like that. Trading is only halted for 15 minutes, I think. But I have to confirm this. I really have to confirm this. Well, so right now we managed to break through the end walk. We are kind of retesting it. Price is kind of retesting it. Just note one thing here, which is something that I won't explore in the next couple of weeks, is usually price. For those who like to use macros, and you have it once again today, and I have been seeing that this is kind of a pattern. This is kind of a pattern that I will try to explore in the next couple of weeks. So let me just take you here and let me know if you agree with it. So this short move, which I honestly thought that it would be a bullish move here to the upside, taking relative equal highs. Well, it started at 950 to 1050 macro, right? And if you want to run your position, and if you want to make it as far as possible in terms of length, you can eventually close as soon as you open a position on at a macro hour. You can eventually expect it to run until the next macro. And this is once again pointed here, and this is once again happening today. I've noticed that in the last couple of weeks we have been making some kind of a macro to macro move, which is this move right here. Honestly, I was not right here. I intended it to be something like this, and I was willing eventually to close at 10, between 10:15 and 11:10. But since I was a drawdown when I opened this position here, and I was afraid that my account got halted. I kind of didn't let it run it to 10:50. I closed the position at 10:45. But if you can see this, price is usually behaving from macro to macro, and you have a swing here of about 140 candles. Well, this is something that I will probably try to explore in the next couple of weeks, month ahead. Because even if you hit some kind of a sell side point, which we made here, price continues to run in its direction until we hit another macro. And as soon as we hit another macro, we reverse price, and we will probably be playing this upside move until 11:50. Let me just check here. So if you want to see if this works or not, just try to be patient today and see if this upside move will eventually be here until 12:10 here, because this can be eventually another move to the upside, taking these highs, or eventually retesting this for first presented for value gap. So this is a thing that I have been noticing, and I would like to share it with you guys. You can eventually take positions from macro to macro. You don't have to cut it off at sell side points or low-hanging fruit, liquidity points. If you're well positioned, you can eventually take your position till the next macro. Damn, look at this reaction here. These markets are really crazy. Let me just see how much of a candle is this. It's almost a 40 handle candle on ES, which is it's just crazy. Even with micros, I would have to take something like a 1 micro just to face this kind of volatility here, just to respect my my risk management. So guys, if you are there, just drop a like, drop a like. If you're not subscribed yet, that's what I'm asking you guys to do, dropping some likes and subscribe to the channel. It will probably help with the engagement, and it will probably help us grow faster. And yeah, that way we could eventually form a community of traders, sharing some knowledge. And I'm not here to sell anything or something like that. I'm just here to be committed with myself, to share my knowledge, and to be with another traders, and to share ideas with another traders. That's my main goal. I'm not here, as you can see, I'm not affiliated to anything. I'm just here trading and doing my own stuff. So if you guys like what you see until now, and if you guys would like to continue seeing this type of live streams, just give me a thumbs up, just drop your like and subscribe, guys. That's the only thing that I'm asking from you guys. As I said, I'm not here to sell anything, just working my way through this trading profession as well, and trying to evolve as a trader, and that's my main goal, honestly. So nice reaction here. As soon as we ended this macro, we had another reaction to the upside, a big one, honestly. Trading did not halt it for us, so we are cool with it. I was kind of afraid, because this is the first time that I'm experiencing these type of environments with prop firms, and usually prop firms try to defend themselves, halting those accounts that are participating in these type of conditions. So I'm just asking here in a simple pool, how did your week ended? So if it was a break-even week, a green week, or eventually a red week, it's not a pool. It's not a pool where you swim, you know. My wife is here next to me, just checking my my spelling. Yeah, for those who don't know, I'm from Portugal, so English is not my native language. So my native language is Portuguese. I mean, it's Portuguese, yes, but I was born in Germany. German should be my native language, but honestly, I'm not that good in German. So Portuguese is my native language, and the second best that I know is English. Maybe the third one is Spanish, and the fourth one maybe, yeah, that's German. I understand what people say to me, but can't interact with it. Yeah, so far we made a big reaction from this NWOG here. We disrespected this order block that we were watching while price was testing this this NWOG. Now I would like to see, since we are inverting this down leg, I would like to see a continuation here, and this might be a trading idea. I will not engage with it, but this might be a trading idea where you use this fair value gap and this order block, and you also have this NWOG here, and you still have relative equal highs here, which are kind of suspicious. These relative equal highs, these are suspicious, but this is just an idea. At this point I would be in. I'm expecting this fair value gap to be inverted. I will treat it as a future inverted fair value gap. If this fair value gap, this bullish one that served our entry, if this one does not hold, well, eventually we will go lower. But since we are inside of a macro, it should give us a continuous move. It won't. I don't believe we will halt here and we will stop here with this move. I believe we will go higher because we still have the first presented fair value gap to be retested here. We are in a deep discount below 8:30, 9:30, below midnight open. So I guess this could be a good chance for those who are willing to try something here. Yeah, so far a nice reaction here. I would like this to be inverted soon. Yeah, nice reaction from this fair value gap here. As you can see, we are inverting this fair value gap as well. So this is just an idea of price of a position. Since I already took 2 trades, I could have taken this as well, but we are also approaching 11 a.m., which is a time of the day where I tend not to be active in a trade. But yeah, for those who put it and press the trigger, this is I think this is a good chance, and I think this is a clean one, cleaner than this type of action here, or eventually here. So price just inverted this fair value gap. Let's see if we can hold it as an inversion fair value gap. Yeah, and this run to the upside should take place until 10:50. So I'm expecting this run to eventually come close to these relative equal highs, or eventually take these relative equal highs as well. So let me check here one thing as well. Yeah, nice reaction from this inversion for value gap here. And we are pushing higher here as well. Oops. Q, let me just check here in Q. Yeah, in Q kind of yeah, we still have relative equal highs on NQ as well. Well, I think we will have one of the last retraces here before we go higher. 24. Yeah, this seems like a small stop loss here. It is actually a 24 handle stop loss, which is quite huge. Yeah, so far this run to the upside is kind of clean. I expect it to last until 1150. Because if you note here, we started this down move 950 to 10 950. Yeah, I just made a mistake here. This 950 move until 1050, and as soon as we hit 1050, price just retraced and started to, I guess, invert, because this is some type of a inversion right now, where we have relative equal highs as our main draw, and I believe that we will continue in this run to the upside until 1150, which is close to the lunch hour. There we go. Another retrace. This is the 15-minute candle retrace. The candle just opened. It's like a power of 3, where you have the first move is always a contrary move about what you're expecting, or what you expect from price to do. So price almost reached event horizon, 8:30 open and 9:30 open. So for those who are not in a trade yet, this might be a good chance as well. Your stop loss would be somewhere near, or somewhere below this order block here. So you would have some kind of a 27 handle stop loss. You could eventually, with a 50k account, you could eventually do a 1 micro max 2 micros. But yeah, this is just an idea. I'm not executing it, since I'm almost ending the stream as well. But this one here, this main idea here, I think we will have it until 1150, honestly. Yeah, it was not a clean session today. For those who were not here since the beginning of the stream, I took a loss here. I was expecting some kind of a work from price to reach relative equal highs, something similar to what price is doing right now. And as soon as I saw price taking these lows here, these 2 lows, I thought that this one was kind of a protected low. displays to the upside, and I entered. Well, we didn't displace. We just started to invert these bullish bearish PD arrays, and then I think the only mistake that I did here was as soon as I saw price coming to the first presented fair value gap, I should have protected myself. My entry was kind of here. I should have protected myself, and that way I would avoid this loss, and eventually could have reacted easily and reversing my position easily as well, not expecting it to hit the stop and then reassessing it. Okay, but then as soon as I see that price is going lower here, I managed to take the first short. Price then retraced to this fair value gap, displaced once again. I added one more micro here, took the majority here, and took some more out here. So I was able to mitigate the loss and do some more. But yeah, it was not a perfect morning. Sometimes it isn't perfect, and we just have to work with it. But in the end, things are green and things are still running. So that's the most important thing. So price once again trying to come out of this retest here. I could eventually take a fib extension as well. And if we take this fib extension, you can see that price is stalling right at the -1 standard deviation. It is working in between -1 and -0.5, which it usually does. So it's kind of normal. And if we look at some possible confluences here, we have -2.5 standard deviation near these relative equal highs. We have -1.5 standard deviation near these relative equal highs as well. So we have some confluences here that might take price to the upside. It's not 100%, sure, but I believe we will do so. Right now, price is digging once again lower. Those who took this buy here when price was here, gave you some kind of a 2R, so partials should be taken. And I will just leave it as it is. See if price will retrace once again from here, or if we will continue digging to the downside. And we are entering the 2-hour mark on our stream as well, so we'll give it some more minutes, but we'll end it soon. We'll eventually end it soon. Well, let's see. This fair value gap, which is the main one here, which is 50% of this flag. Let's see if this will hold or not. If this bullish narrative is correct, we should hold it. Otherwise, price might start to do its own thing, and you know that is kind of dangerous for us to be in the market when price wants to do its own thing. Yeah, so far, for those who took this position, whenever market does a new high, I like to protect myself and put my stop loss at break even. At this point, if I was in this trade, I would be stopped out at break even here, because I was expecting some kind of a cleaner push to the upside. Since we are after 11 a.m., price may retrace farther, may eventually take highs, take lows before taking any new highs, and that's not the cleaner price action that you would like to be in. That's why I didn't took this trade, and that's why I keep myself. I try to not engage with price after 11 a.m. That way I keep myself safe. I tend to preserve my mental capital as well. And but this was we've been right to the upside here, and eventually for those who were trying this, eventually here when we approach event horizon, this should be a great area to take some profits, because you were eventually 2R already in the trade. Yeah, with a 2R you should take some partials. But yeah, guys, I think that's it. Price is stalling right now. We'll probably not do anything that we would like to see in the next couple of minutes. I'm here for 2 hours already. The day is done, and I guess I will finish my stream for today and for this week. I hope you will have a nice weekend, and I hope that you can and will enjoy your weekend with your family or with your friends, and taking a rest from the markets. So I hope to see you next Monday. I will try to be here next Monday, as usual at 9:30 open from New York. It will be at 2:30 p.m. here in Portugal. So, guys, see you later. Thank you very much for your presence, and hope to see you next Monday. See ya.